broadcast players functioning normally. But it's your mind that is slowly warping, folding and warping, like what happened to me the day I found these damn tapes. What tapes? What tapes? Audio tapes from another world delivered to us through a desert well. I listened to these tapes and discovered stories of a strange new country. What was once the US had been dissolved after a conflict between the nation's automotive industry and pedestrian cyclist alliance led to the government's surrender and formation of a new provisional government and named it Transportica. Our story follows a small punk band in the nation's capital of Phoenix, Arizona. They don't know it yet, but they're about to be sent on an impromptu tour of the West Coast by the Department of Bike as a cover so they can spy on tech billionaire Lonnie Muscle the Muskrat. Rumor is he's been working on plans to sabotage the nation's bike infrastructure so he can reinstitute cars as the main form of travel. It'll be up to this band to discover what those plans are and put a stop to them.
This is Viola recording things that make cool sounds to use as percussive samples. Okay, let's kick some ass.
Hey, that's my mailbox.
What?
Could you stop hitting my mailbox?
I'm banging it, man.
Well, stop banging on it.
You don't own this.
What? No. Yeah, I do.
No, I'm pretty sure the post office owns it.
No, they don't.
They kind of do.
Actually, I think she is right.
Huh. Who are you in this situation?
This is my mailbox.
Yeah, and I'm the one banging it.
So why don't you mind your business?
Yeah, punch that guy.
I'm not going to do that.
Fine, you punch him.
Ow! Really?
I am a highly suggestible person.
And then Viola ran away, leaving the two behind to argue and bicker. She has a lot to do before she gets to play drums with her bandmates in Vampire State Evacuation Plan later that evening. Like interviewing people to pose as her double, getting interviewed by a podcast, and those basic needs we need to address as human beings. But enough of that place setting. Let's get on with the episode.
Hi, hello. Excuse me, I just need to do this for my records. Auditions for my double, interview number 1. Are you okay with being recorded for the purposes of this audition and for my personal records? Please, this is very important to me and my creative process.
Okay.
The levels that I go to comically agitate my friend and bandleader are historic in nature and infamous throughout the venues of Phoenix. Upon booking the role as my double, I will give you $20, and then if you do your job well, I'll give you my cut of whatever money my band makes that night.
I'm sorry, I'm confused. What is this for exactly?
I'm hiring you to show up absurdly early to the venue my band is playing at tonight dressed as me.
Okay, but the ad said it was a stage production.
Life is the stage. And if that answer isn't good enough for you, then walk right out that door. Well, to be continued.
Skateboards.
Half-pipes.
Tempe. Hello and welcome back to Tempe Town Skatecast. I'm Piper.
And I'm the Kickflip.
In studio with us today we have Viola from Vampire State Evacuation Plan.
Last time I skateboarded, I severely injured myself. But despite my own personal history with the action sport, I'm very excited to be here today with you.
I can't even do a kickflip.
If that is true, it shakes the fundamental core of everything I know about you.
I'm joking. I did my first kickflip when I was 2.
You really had me doubting things there for a moment.
So, Viola, I heard when you're not behind a drum set, you have an uncommon way of making money.
Some might say you're a bit of a pet whisperer.
That's right. I find lost or missing animals and return them to their owner. We're talking dogs, we're talking cats, we're talking a bird one time, but the owner had a window open when I returned the bird to him, so it just flew right away again. But I still count it as a success because the bird escaping the second time wasn't my fault.
Wow! So, what is your method?
I'm glad you asked, Piper, because a lot of people think I'm out there, running around, looking for cats and dogs, but it really comes down to just talking to people.
Hey, so you just talk to people?
Yeah, the kickflip. It's all about setting up a perimeter of where the pet could be hiding and a timetable. So an average day for me is knocking on people's doors, getting security footage from stores, and doing anything I can to set up a timeline of the pet's whereabouts.
So you can't, talk to, let's say, dogs, for example?
Yeah, so what's your technique for when you come face to face with the animal?
Well, more often than you would think, the pet has been taken in by someone.
Wait, but why wouldn't they return the pet themselves?
Well, it depends. Sometimes the pet just got further than where the owner put up lost pet posters. Other times the pets can be taken in by older people who are less mobile or more restricted in their movement, so they just don't see the posters.
So, I brought my dog in today. He's been having some issues.
So do you share reward money with whoever took in the pet?
Yeah, once I confirm it's the pet, I'll call the owner and let them know about the situation and let them decide. But no matter what, I make sure whoever found or took in the pet gets the money that they deserve.
I think my dog witnessed something awful, and he hasn't been the same since. I think he just needs to talk to someone about it, but whenever I bring him to another dog, the dog starts speaking in tongues, bowing at his feet, and the owner will just offer me their dog. I mean, incessantly insist I take their dog.
Okay, Piper, I think we have to talk about this now because that is one of the most odd things I've ever heard, and I have zero solutions for the situation, but I have to know more.
Hello, is this Viola last name withheld? I'm sorry, is this Viola? This is concerning your subscription to Vicworth Drumsticks.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I thought this was a scam call.
What was that sound you were making?
Oh, I was snapping. It's how I test to see if there's a person on the other end without using my voice.
All right, boys. We have our voice on tape. Let's close.
Damn it! Auditions for my double, interview 7. Okay, so it says here on your resume that you make prank videos. Could you tell me more about that?
Yeah! My channel's called Look at This Photo of a Pope. I hold up photos of popes to people's faces, and I yell at them, look at this photo of a pope! And then I don't leave them alone until something funny happens.
Oh, what's the funniest thing that's happened?
I got stabbed once.
That was funny?
I got a lot of views.
Okay, but did you feel like it was funny?
I felt cold, a little scared. Honestly, I felt alone. I didn't cry out for help or anything. I just fell to the floor of the food court. Then a stranger came up to me and said, hey, I got the whole thing on video. Want me to send it to you while you wait for an ambulance? I said, I didn't call an ambulance. Then he said, I did. That's how I met my producing partner and kidney donor. I got stabbed in the kidney. It was a long blade.
Well, thank you for your time. I hope you have a great rest of your day.
Did I get the role?
No.
Welcome back to the next Big Child Drummer semifinals. I'm your host, Chaz Schrader. Now, we already have early puberty Zach and sweaty palm Samantha going through to the finals. But who will be filling that third spot? Well, it's between these two contestants, Viola, last name excluded, and Drew Ontario. Judges, what can you tell me about these two child drummers? Drumbird Sticks, we're going to start with you.
Let me say this, Chaz. ADHD is really laying the groundwork for the next generation of child drummers. The key word here, Chaz, is stamina. Imagine these kids in the workforce now. That would be the backbone of a healthy economy. Listen, I'm not saying I approve of child labor. I'm just saying kids with ADHD could be an effective workforce if exploited for their labor. So shut your damn mouth. You get to be here for free, but they pay me to speak. Which opinion do you think fucking matters here, eh? Buzz off!
Drummer, always a class act. How about you, Dave?
Thank you, audience. Let me say this, Chaz. These kids rock!
Thank you, Dave. And finally, last judge, Stickburt Drums.
For those of you tuning in by way of AM radio, Stickburt is a drum set.
Yep, you just heard that on television. Wow, you bold son of a bitch. Well, it's time for us to take a quick commercial break, but stay tuned because when we come back, we're going to announce which child drummer will be going through to the finale.
Okay, this next clip is an excerpt from a podcast interview that was released that day. the day that's happening. And the show in the tapes. Why would I play you something that doesn't have nothing to do with anything? Well, if you wait, it's gonna have plenty to do with a lot of things. Damn, my blood pressure's getting too high. Oh. Plus, Viola listened to this clip on the can. Oh, that's it. Always something with you.
Hello and welcome back to Phoenix Unseen. Today we have a very special interview for you. Via satellite we have tech billionaire Lonnie Muscle the Muskrat.
Hello. Big fan of your Podula casting.
Thank you for saying that. Now, Lonnie, I hope you don't mind if we cut to the chase here.
Of course not.
I need to ask you about a specific type of business you have been rumored to be engaging in. Grease monkey business, so to speak.
Excuse me?
Well, the rumors are that you have been having sex with combustion engine-powered vehicles.
I'm so glad you brought this up, so I can put an end to these rumors for good. The lies I've seen online about me having extramarital affairs with cars is absolutely outrageous. First off, I'm not even married.
To be clear, only some of the posts online have used the term extramarital affairs, or mentioned a wife at all.
I would say a handful of those posts.
And, on further inspection, our researchers have found that those accounts have either been bots or connected to people on the payroll of your company, Nicholas.
Yes, my company, which I built myself, is the #1 manufacturer of electric vehicles for long-distance shipping. It's got its name Nicholas from the great inventor Nicholas Testicles.
Yeah, and it looks like you were trying to use your company to discredit these rumors, and then deny you had a part in any of it. Which is what's concerning. Not the mechaphilia, which, personally, I don't understand, but don't hold against ya. But the use of company funds to discreetly discredit accusations of mechaphilia via deliberate misinformation tactics?
Okay, I didn't really hear a question in that statement you made there, but can you ask me about anything else?
Well, there have been other rumors of busting going on in your company. Not of busting one into a car, but rather union busting. Would you like to comment on that?
No.
Auditions for my double, interview 11. Okay, wow. You studied at Juilliard?
Yes, I am classically trained.
This is quite the long list of accomplishments and handwritten accolades from renowned directors. So I gotta ask, why this?
I pursue the act of achieving the perfect artistic reflection of authentic, uncompromising truth in its purest form, distilled through my being via my unrelenting resolve to act, and thusly, create. It is my reason to exist, my reason to be. Without this pursuit, I am nothing. I quickly realized most forms of contemporary theater would not further me in my dream. So, I answer ads like this, like yours. Ones that bring me to places like, well, here, for people like you. It's what moves me forward. It's what keeps me moving. Some call it a god complex, but I don't believe myself to be a god, no. But I do wish for the chance to bear my hand on her cheek and deeply gaze into her eyes.
What about acting in front of a camera? You got the part.
Okay, Viola, before we let you leave, we have one thing we got to ask you about.
Oh yeah?
Our researcher, the emancipated minor,
his parents are dead. Lee!
Brought to our attention that you used to be a child star?
Okay guys, what is this? We didn't discuss talking about my childhood.
Some old VHS recordings of a show called Next Great Child Drummer have been digitized and put online.
I don't want to do this.
A show that, turns out, was canceled before its finale, all because moments before the host revealed whether you would be making it into the finale, a feud between two of the judges went off the rails.
One of the judges beat the shit out of the other judge.
Yeah, that's what happened.
Yeah, and everyone rushed to stop him, but didn't realize they forgot to cut away from the live stream, so you were on TV, live, for 10 minutes, watching the events unfold. You looked absolutely terrified.
I gotta know. Why didn't the cameraman move the camera?
Well, because Jet, the camera operator, got nauseous from seeing all the blood.
Was there a lot?
When the fight started, Drumbert got hit so hard he spit a mouthful of blood onto Jet. So then Jet begins to vomit to the point there was blood and bile coming out, which then triggered him to puke so hard he ejected his entire skeleton out through his mouth, which then stood up and began to run around the audience trying to liberate other skeletons from their captive bodies. Eventually there were enough liberated skeletons that they surrounded Stickburt, who was still wailing on Drumbert.
Why did the skeletons care about the drum set?
Drum set? His name is Stickburt. And drums are the natural enemies of bones, obviously.
Stupid question, Piper.
Drumbert, beaten to shit at this point, was able to slip out while Stickburt was distracted by the skeletons. Fun fact, Drumbert crawls over to the medical tent, and the nurse that helped him, they fell in love and got married. I attended the ceremony. It was on the ocean side, absolutely lovely. Didn't get to chat with them much, sadly. After they said I do and kissed, they both grabbed onto a giant hang glider and rode it off the cliff into the sea. The reception was an open bar, which was pretty fun, except a lot of people got sad drunk. I didn't. I got pretty happy drunk and ended up getting the priest to renounce his faith. But then he also rode a giant hang glider into the sea.
What happened with the skeletons and the drum set?
Oh yeah, the Surgeon General showed up and demanded the skeletons return to their bodies, and then took Stickburt, the drum set, away. Apparently Stickburt lost his drum key that morning, which explained his foul tune.
That's all the time we have.
I'm Piper.
And I'm the Kickflip.
Out.
You assholes, what was that?
What do you mean? You seemed anxious at first, but then you really relaxed into that story.
Yeah, I didn't relax, I panicked. I don't like thinking about that day. As you can tell, it's pretty vivid in my memory.
Didn't it feel nice to get to talk about it?
Nope, and especially not like this. Once I start talking about that stuff, everything just falls out.
Well, if you didn't like talking about it so much, why not just avoid the question?
Piper, I can only really avoid questions when I'm given them in advance, which you didn't do, and you know you didn't do.
Look, Viola, we said the apology. We're sorry. The interview was good. I think listeners will click with it. The good thing 'cause it's over.
Fuck you both. Fuck yourselves. Fuck!
Sorry, flipping the tape. That was the B-side. Now I gotta put in the C-side.
Hey Viola, it's Piper. Just wanted to say sorry about catching you off guard with that last question.
It was really not cool.
Yeah, our show editor just told us that their friend who produced Phoenix Music Unseen was gonna do a feature on your band and break the whole Next Child drummer story.
And we're never gonna be the best podcast, but we saw an opportunity to be the first.
As a runner-up child drummer, you understand, right?
Dude, really?
I don't know, man. I'm bad at apologies.
We hope you'll forgive us.
And not say anything bad about us when we post the episode.
Bye.
Hey, Blue.
Hey, just got a pretty disconcerting call from the venue about some pretty bizarre behavior from our drummer. And I'm using verbal air quotes on our drummer, because you're our drummer. And whoever was at the venue wasn't.
Yeah, that person wasn't me.
I know, Viola. Did you listen to the voice message I sent to the band about not doing this very thing?
Oh no, I must have missed it. What did they do that was so bizarre?
Unscrewing light bulbs, smoking cigarettes out of ashtrays. I had to buy them a pack of cigarettes. That's like $10 I owe right now.
Coquette, you beautiful artist.
What?
I'm sorry, Blue. Even though that all sounds kind of funny, I'm sorry for doing that.
Oh, it's okay. Are you doing alright?
Weird day. But I'm excited to hit some drums and cymbals really hard for a prolonged amount of time in front of some people.
Oh, well, I'm heading to the venue now. So, see you there soon?
Yeah, I already loaded the drums on the back of my penny bike. Just gotta stop home real quick and then I'll cycle over.
Sounds good. Hey, have you heard anything from Gitsy yet?
And to close things out, song that really doesn't have a damn thing to do with anything at all.
Continually circling, not grotesque, the hot dog spoil. I long to live a life that's more than hot dogs and turmoil. But every day I am spinning, getting back from hot dog oil. I'm tired of this heated light, but we are open the whole night. Why the hell am I caught in a machine? Never stop and go, hot dog rotisserie. I seem to be the only one aware of feeling misery. Wishing that I could be set free at the expense of the hot dog rotisserie. Oh, if I could, I would break everything. I'm tired of this heated life, but we are open the whole night. And when the staff asks the manager to close, he lifts his nose and goes, fuck no. I'm a cog in a hot dog rotisserie. Can't believe I've made it this far. I'm grateful for anyone listening to the grind, the squeaks of us cogs. What am I to want more? What am I anymore? I'm not am if I don't think. I'm tired of this heated light, but we are open the whole night. And when the staff asks the manager to close, he lifts his nose and goes,